Marston's Domain.
What in the world is up with this render? Hey everyone, Marston here, and today I want to talk about this new Waluigi render because it was in a Nintendo Minute, and I think that this is just a render for Mario Golf Super Rush, but it still is really interesting though, because I don't know why this would be the render for Mario Golf Super Rush, but I can't think of anything else that it would be for, because this render is very, very strange. Now, I will say this right off the bat. I don't think that it's for Smash. I just really don't think this would be the render for Smash. I don't think he would have an item in his hand for a render for Smash, especially when you think of the amiibo. I just think this would be a very odd render for Smash, but that could be where they just throw us for a loop and it's like, yeah, this is the render for Smash. But if that were the case, I don't think they would have released it in this video because Smash speculation is huge, and I just feel like they wouldn't stir the pot by releasing this now. But at the same time, who knows? Maybe this is where they're trying something different and they're like, well, we're going to fully embrace the whole meme thing with Waluigi, and we're going to make this wacky render and let people have at it as to what it could be for. So I don't know. And even with me saying that it's probably for Super Rush, it is a very strange render for Super Rush. And it makes me wonder, if it's not for Super Rush and it's not for Smash, then what could it be for? Because in my opinion, they wouldn't make a render if it's not for a game. And someone had pointed out that apparently with Diddy Kong, they had done this before for the Japanese website. But with that, they took an older render and updated it apparently, from what I know. So I feel like that's different. This render is completely new, and it is very strange. I don't know why Waluigi looks like he has to go to the bathroom, mixed with him trying to eat a rose, mixed with him having his hand behind his head. It's very confusing, and it's just really strange. It would be really weird if this render was actually just made for Nintendo Minute, or if this render was made for something that they didn't end up using, and they just kind of have just had it in their library. Because something that stands out to me is that his tongue has this weird white line to it on the outer edges. And at first you would think towards the top, it looks like it's supposed to be like a glossy effect, but towards the bottom, it does not look like that to me. It looks like this is actually just outlined. And that makes me wonder if this really is some sort of scrapped render that they just never used. Because normally with renders, they don't have stuff like that. Because the rose has a spot where it's kind of white, but that looks like it's supposed to be some sort of reflection type of thing. But on the tongue on the bottom, it straight up looks like an outline to me. Now, that outline thing doesn't go to where his teeth are, so there is still an argument for it, but it just seems a little off to me. So I'm sure people are probably watching this to hear a definitive answer as to what this render could be for, but I don't think there's really any way for us to know. I definitely wanted to talk about it, but unfortunately I don't have a direct answer because this is a very strange render for Mario Golf, if that's what this is for. But if it's not what this is for, the only other thing I can really think of is Smash, and with Smash, I don't think this would be the render they would go for. Because I think they did actually design some of the renders to be used for Amiibo. I think. I could be wrong about that, but I remember Sakurai saying something about how they weren't going to be releasing new Amiibo for the new renders, and I feel like he might have said something about how the old renders were made in a way for the Amiibo. I could be wrong about that. I just feel like I remember him saying something like that. So I think when they make these renders, if they're for Amiibo, they kind of design them in a way so that way it's not really, really hard to do for Amiibo. And I feel like that's where this doesn't make sense for Smash, because why would they add that rose? It's not to say that this would be impossible for an Amiibo, but this entire render just seems like something that would be more difficult for an Amiibo than what they would need to do, because they could have a more standard render. But again, if it's not for Golf and it's not for Smash, then what is this for? Because it could be made for just this promotion thing, but I don't think so. And that's where maybe it was a scrapped render, but it's really hard to say, because then again, if it's a scrapped render, why would they randomly use it for this video? But this wouldn't be the first time that we've gotten an image and nothing happened from it, because I remember when they did that Mario Sunshine-esque picture a couple years back, I thought that definitely was going to lead to something, and nothing happened. And that's where it could have been something scrapped from something that was going to happen or could have happened and then just didn't. And they were like, well, we're going to use the image anyway. Or even something that they had planned to do and then it just didn't happen. So it's really tough to say, but it's definitely interesting because I don't know what's up with this pose. And this render in general is just really wacky. So hopefully we'll see something come of this, but it's tough to say as to what really could happen because it's hard to pinpoint what this render was made for. So that's all I have to say with this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. We're almost at 5,000 subs, so if you want to help reach that number, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.